9 signs she never really loved you. Don't ignore this again. Psychology tips. Have you ever wondered, does she really love you the way you love her? You've invested time and energy into the relationship, months, maybe even years. Yet something inside you feels off. The affection once felt so genuine now seems to be fading, but you're still holding on, hoping things will magically change. Here's the harsh truth, gentlemen. Sometimes the signs of a love that isn't mutual are right in front of you, but fear or denial blinds you to them. It's not easy to face, but it's necessary for your peace of mind. The woman you care about may not feel the same level of love or commitment, and her behavior could be speaking volumes. If you ignore these signals, you'll only be left questioning where things went wrong. So, before more time passes, let's lay out the 9 unmistakable signs that she may never have truly loved you. As the saying goes, the truth will set you free, but first it will make you miserable. Don't let the fear of facing these signs rob you of your peace and future happiness. 1. She's emotionally unavailable. One of the clearest signs that she doesn't love you the way you deserve is emotional unavailability. Love isn't just about physical attraction or doing things together, it's about connecting on a deeper level, emotionally. A woman who truly loves you will want to engage with you, share her thoughts, and open up about her feelings. She will show vulnerability, letting you in on her inner world. However, if she's consistently distant and unwilling to connect emotionally, it's a red flag you shouldn't ignore. Love thrives on openness. When she's closed off, pulling away when you try to engage, it signals a lack of real investment in the relationship. This isn't about occasional moodiness, it's a pattern. If she frequently avoids meaningful conversations or fails to offer emotional support when you need it most, that's a warning sign. Instead of helping you process your feelings, she may change the topic or shut down entirely, leaving you feeling more alone than supported. Over time, this emotional distance will leave you feeling isolated, and the connection you once had may fade away. In any strong relationship, emotional intimacy is key. It's the glue that binds partners together, allowing them to be vulnerable, to share the good and bad, and to grow together. If she's unwilling to be emotionally present with you, you can't build that deep bond that love requires. The imbalance that emotional unavailability creates can lead to resentment, misunderstanding, and even the eventual breakdown of the relationship. This behavior might stem from past hurts, fear of intimacy, or perhaps she no longer feels the same way about you. It's crucial to recognize that emotional unavailability is not something you should simply accept. It is a major warning sign that something deeper is off. She may cancel plans when you need her support most, or when you share something vulnerable, she responds with indifference or worse, avoids the conversation altogether. This is not how love shows up. A woman who cares about you emotionally will stand by you, not turn away when you need her the most. Psychology tips. Recognize that love requires both emotional presence and investment. If you find yourself constantly giving emotionally and receiving nothing in return, it's time to reassess the relationship. Love advice: don't waste your time hoping for change in someone who isn't ready or willing to meet you halfway emotionally. Dating tips: understand that emotional unavailability can indicate deeper issues, whether it's personal fear, past trauma, or simply a lack of emotional connection to you. If you're in a relationship where emotional distance is the norm, take a step back. Pay attention to the signs and don't allow yourself to settle for a connection that leaves you feeling more alone than loved. 2. She puts other things ahead of you. When a woman is deeply in love, she doesn't just talk the talk, she walks the walk. She prioritizes you, invests her time, energy, and affection into nurturing the relationship. Love isn't just about words, it's about actions. If you find that you're constantly pushed to the bottom of her list, it's time to ask yourself, is this real love or just an illusion? Let's face it, life gets busy. People have careers, friendships, and personal passions. That's normal. But when a woman is truly in love, she makes time for you. She shows that you are valued by rearranging her priorities when necessary. If you're always finding yourself as the backup plan, that's a serious red flag. If she's constantly choosing her friends, career, or hobbies over spending quality time with you, it's more than just a simple scheduling conflict. It's a signal. A relationship is supposed to be a two-way street. with both partners equally invested. If you're always the one left waiting or making excuses for her lack of attention, you're not experiencing the love you deserve. Here's what you need to ask yourself. Does she care about your emotional needs? Does she show interest in your life, your goals, and your well being? If not, you're being sidelined. It's not just about being physically present, it's about emotional availability. A loving partner doesn't just exist in the same space, they engage, they care, they make time. Think about the last few times you tried to make plans with her. Was she eager to spend time with you, or did she keep finding reasons to bail out? Maybe she canceled to hang out with her friends or worked late while you were left sitting alone. Perhaps when you did manage to get together, she seemed distracted, checking her phone or gazing around the room instead of giving you her full attention. That's not love, that's indifference. This kind of behavior doesn't just hurt your feelings, it erodes the foundation of trust and intimacy. Love isn't supposed to make you feel like a second choice. If you're always competing for her time and attention with other things, you're not her priority. And if you've been in this cycle for a while, it might be time to reflect on whether this relationship is truly fulfilling your emotional needs. Remember, love psychology isn't about grand gestures or perfect moments. It's about consistency, mutual respect, and making your partner feel important. If she's not showing up for you when you need her, it's time to reevaluate your relationship goals. Being emotionally unavailable or dismissive of your needs is not what love looks like. So, gentlemen, if you're in a relationship where you're constantly being put second to everything else, don't ignore this. Love should feel like a partnership where both of you actively invest in each other. If it's only one sided, you're not in a loving relationship. You're in a situation that's draining and unfulfilling. Make sure your relationship aligns with your needs, your values, and your vision for love. Attract women who value you, respect your time, and are committed to building something real. Don't settle for someone who's too busy for you. You deserve better. Focus on your relationship goals and never let anyone make you feel second rate. 3. She's constantly criticizing you. In relationships, we all encounter moments of constructive criticism, but there's a significant difference when that criticism becomes constant and unrelenting. If a woman is always finding fault in your actions, behavior, or appearance, it's not just about wanting you to improve, it's a glaring red flag that something deeper is wrong. Constructive criticism is meant to help both partners grow, to challenge each other to be better versions of themselves. But when that feedback turns into a never ending stream of negative comments, it signals a lack of respect and admiration, two foundational elements for love to truly thrive. A woman who genuinely loves you doesn't just point out your flaws, she supports your growth and encourages you to be your best self. A relationship rooted in love and respect thrives on mutual support, where both partners uplift one another. When that support is replaced with constant criticism, it's not just draining, it's destructive. Love isn't about tearing each other down with harsh words or belittling the other person's efforts. It's about building each other up. If she's criticizing you at every turn, it suggests her feelings have shifted, and that connection is beginning to fade. Imagine this. Every mistake you make, whether it's something as minor as forgetting to take out the trash or missing an important event, is met with harsh words and blame. Instead of understanding or offering a solution, she makes you feel small, inadequate, like you're never quite good enough. This pattern wears down your confidence and leaves you emotionally drained. It's a recipe for emotional disconnect, where one person feels endlessly criticized and the other feels completely misunderstood. You must recognize this dynamic for what it is, an absence of respect. The old Stoic wisdom teaches that a person's actions, not their words, reveal their true nature. If her actions consistently show a lack of care and respect through relentless criticism, it's time to reevaluate the relationship. The Stoic man understands that love should be founded on mutual growth and understanding. Don't let yourself be constantly diminished by someone who isn't showing you the respect you deserve. You must refuse to tolerate this behavior, for your self-worth matters. The modern Stoic does not submit to emotional harm or degradation. He stands firm in his values and expectations. If she truly loved you, she would lift you up, not break you down. That is the foundation of a healthy, thriving relationship. And if this pattern continues, it's time to take action. Love is about both partners helping each other become better, not constantly pointing out what's wrong. Remember, you deserve respect. Don't settle for anything less. If the constant criticism persists, step back. Evaluate your worth and the love you deserve. It's time to prioritize your emotional well being and refuse to be in a relationship where you're treated as anything less than the best version of yourself. The Stoic way is not to tolerate disrespect. Stand tall, demand better, and show the world that you know your worth. If you found this valuable, don't forget to like, share, and comment below. Share your thoughts and experiences with us. Have you ever experienced constant criticism in a relationship? If so, how did it affect you? Let us know in the comments. Remember to subscribe for more wisdom on love and relationships. Positive affirmation. I deserve a relationship where I am respected, appreciated, and supported. Comment below with that affirmation to affirm your worth and start cultivating the love and respect you truly deserve. 4, she doesn't show affection. If your partner has stopped showing affection, this is a clear red flag. Something has shifted. Affection doesn't just come in grand gestures, it's in the small, everyday acts: a hug, a gentle touch, a soft kiss, or a few words of love. These are the moments that keep intimacy alive, that remind us that we are cared for, valued, and deeply loved. If she has stopped offering these simple but powerful gestures, it could signal that her feelings have changed. Love isn't just an emotional connection, it's expressed through physical touch. When a woman truly loves you, she wants to show it. She doesn't hesitate to reach out, hold your hand, or lean in for a kiss. She enjoys the closeness, and so do you. If that affection starts to fade, so too does the emotional connection. When a woman withdraws affection, it can feel like a painful rejection. Simple acts of intimacy may become rare or non existent. Maybe she doesn't greet you with the kiss she once did, avoids holding hands in public, or refuses to cuddle while watching a movie. These small changes speak volumes. They signal an emotional withdrawal. Without affection, emotional intimacy also suffers. This emotional distancing can cause a relationship to feel cold and disconnected. Over time, the absence of physical affection erodes the sense of connection that was once so strong. If you're noticing a lack of affectionate touches, or if physical closeness makes her uncomfortable, this could be a clear sign that her feelings are no longer the same. When she doesn't show affection, you must recognize that something fundamental has shifted. The problem isn't just the lack of touch, it's the emotional distance it creates. Affection isn't just a nice to have in a relationship, it's a necessity for emotional bonding. If your partner stops showing affection, it's a sign that something deeper might be happening. Perhaps she feels emotionally distant, or has begun to feel that her needs aren't being met. Whatever the cause, this lack of affection should not be ignored. It's time to stop brushing it off as a phase or a misunderstanding. You must address it. Affection is the cornerstone of intimacy. If it's no longer there, the foundation of your relationship is weakening. Don't wait for things to get worse. If you care about this relationship, it's time for an honest conversation. This is where psychology tips and dating advice can help guide you through. You need to understand that physical affection is as crucial to a relationship as emotional support. When affection starts to fade, it's important to acknowledge it early, to communicate openly about your feelings, and to understand what might be causing this shift. Is she feeling emotionally disconnected? Have there been unresolved conflicts? Or is she simply no longer invested? These are questions you must ask yourself, because only through understanding can you decide what steps to take next. Don't ignore the signs. Love advice suggests that when affection fades, it's time for both partners to take a closer look at their emotional needs. Dating tips often emphasize the importance of maintaining physical and emotional closeness. Don't let a lack of affection undermine your relationship. Take control, have the conversation, and decide if this relationship can be rekindled. Remember, affection is not just about physical touch, it's about how it makes both partners feel. It's about security, love, and connection. If it's gone, it's time to face the truth. 5, she's not interested in your life. When you're in a relationship that thrives, your partner should show a deep, genuine interest in your life. She should care about your thoughts, your feelings, your day. A woman who truly loves you will ask about your day, engage in your experiences, and be there for your happiness. She will want to know about your world, your goals, your challenges. But when this interest fades, When she no longer asks about your life, and when your words seem to slip past her without a second thought, it's a clear sign that something is wrong. Let me make this crystal clear. If she's no longer interested in what you have to say, she's no longer emotionally invested in you. Love is built on mutual curiosity, on both people caring about each other's worlds. In Stoic terms, the emotional bond in a relationship is akin to the connection between two individuals who seek virtue and wisdom in their shared journey. When one person stops caring, the bond is weakened, and you're left drifting alone. She may seem distracted when you talk, or worse, uninterested, and that indifference speaks volumes. This is not the woman who sees you as a priority. She's pulled away, emotionally detached from the core of your life, and this disengagement can leave you feeling isolated, even in the midst of the relationship. The danger here is obvious. Isolation breeds loneliness. When you share something significant, maybe a promotion at work or a personal challenge, and she responds with indifference, like a simple, "that's nice," or a half hearted, "sorry to hear that," it's a red flag. It shows a lack of emotional connection. She doesn't care enough to engage or dig deeper. This is not a sign of love, it's a sign of emotional neglect. Love thrives when both people are emotionally available and involved. If she isn't asking follow up questions, if she doesn't want to know more, that's the moment to stop and reflect. Is she emotionally present or has she already checked out? Remember this: relationships should never leave you feeling alone. If you find yourself carrying all your burdens and joys without someone who wants to share them, it's time to face the hard truth. As modern Stoics understand, you must have the wisdom to discern when a relationship is worth continuing and when it's time to let go. The Stoic man knows when to preserve his emotional energy and when to walk away from a toxic connection. Let this be a wake up call. Don't settle for a relationship where your life is no longer valued. A woman who truly loves you is one who listens, engages, and shares in your journey. Anything less is a sign of emotional detachment, and this is something you cannot afford to ignore. Be the man who lives with self awareness and wisdom. Don't let the coldness of emotional neglect define your relationship. To echo the words of the great Stoic philosophers, to love and be loved is the true measure of a fulfilling life. A relationship should build you up, not drain you. Don't settle for anything less than a partnership where both hearts are invested. If she's no longer interested in your life, take a step back and reevaluate. Don't ignore the signs, take action. If you find today's content useful to you, don't forget to share your feelings and lessons with us. Or simply comment, "Very cool." It's a great encouragement for our channel makers. Thank you very much. 6. She avoids future plans with you. In any meaningful relationship, the ability to discuss and plan for the future is essential. A truly loving partnership thrives on shared dreams and goals, as both partners work together to build something lasting. Whether it's deciding where you'll live, planning trips, or visualizing a life together, these conversations are signs of mutual investment in the relationship. However, if she avoids discussing these topics, it's a red flag. It shows she's not thinking about you and her future. When she consistently shies away from long term plans or dismisses discussions about a shared future, it's a clear sign she's not emotionally committed. The absence of these important conversations reveals a deeper issue, either a fear of commitment or the painful truth that her feelings for you have already begun to fade. This is not a situation to ignore. You deserve a partner who is as invested in your future as you are. When someone truly loves you, they will want to build a life together, not keep you in the present with no clear direction ahead. Avoidance of future plans is a type of emotional detachment, a sign that the relationship is not a priority. If you find yourself trying to bring up topics like moving in together, marriage, or long term goals, and she continually brushes them off or changes the subject, it's time to take a step back and assess the situation. Love requires effort, investment, and, above all, trust in what lies ahead. When she can't see a future with you, it's likely because she's already moved on in her mind, even if she hasn't fully admitted it to herself yet. In the world of modern Stoicism, we understand that clarity is power. A Stoic mindset teaches us not to be afraid of uncomfortable truths, but to embrace them with strength and wisdom. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which depends on tomorrow and wastes today. Marcus Aurelius warned us against waiting for a future that may never come. And this principle applies here. Don't waste your time waiting for someone who cannot even envision a shared future with you. Just like the ancient Stoics, you must stand firm, take decisive action, and not settle for uncertainty. The Stoic approach to love is to seek relationships where there is mutual respect, shared goals, and a clear vision for the future. If she avoids future planning, it's not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of her lack of investment. Remember, a relationship built on uncertainty will never reach its full potential. Be the Stoic in your life. Embrace the clarity that comes with letting go of what's not meant for you, and pursue the relationships that offer you a true partnership. There's power in taking control of your own path, just as the Stoics taught. Don't accept half-hearted love. Instead, strive for something lasting and meaningful. This is your time to take charge of your life. Don't let anyone keep you from your future. You must focus on your own journey, master your emotions, and never settle for someone who is unwilling to share in your vision. A real, committed relationship involves two people who see each other in their futures. You deserve someone who is as determined as you are to create a life together. Don't waste time hoping for change. Take action. Your future awaits. 7. She has secretive behaviors. Secrecy is a massive red flag in any relationship, and it's especially concerning when it involves love. A partner who hides things from you, whether it's her phone, social media accounts, or her plans, creates an invisible wall of distrust that can quietly erode the bond you once shared. You cannot build a lasting, healthy relationship on secrecy. If she's hiding things, the problem is bigger than just what's being hidden. It's about a breakdown in trust and commitment. A loving partner is transparent about their life. There should be no reason to hide anything from someone you care about, especially someone you're sharing your life with. When she starts keeping secrets, it signals a deeper issue. She's emotionally withdrawing, and she's no longer as invested in the relationship as you are. This isn't a minor issue. It's a serious warning. Trust is the foundation of love. When it starts to crack, everything begins to shift. If she's hiding her actions, whether intentionally or not, it's a clear sign of emotional detachment. This kind of secretive behavior creates an atmosphere of doubt, one that you can't ignore. Relationships thrive on openness, and when secrecy creeps in, it's like a poison, slowly draining the relationship's strength. Let me paint a clearer picture. You've noticed that she's locking her phone when you're near, becoming defensive when you ask about her day or where she's been. She's stopped sharing simple details that once were part of the daily flow of your connection. And when you press her about it, she gets defensive or shuts down. This is not normal, and it's certainly not healthy. This behavior isn't just about hiding. It's about trust being replaced with suspicion. Secrecy has crept in and taken its place. If you're seeing these signs, don't ignore them. They're telling you that the foundation of trust has cracked, and the relationship may no longer be what it once was. Secretive behavior is one of the biggest red flags in any relationship. Pay attention because without trust, love becomes impossible. Psychology tips for men in this situation. Don't let this slide. If you notice secrecy becoming a pattern, it's time to have an open and honest conversation. Approach her with respect and express your concerns without confrontation. Trust is the key to any strong relationship, and it's time to rebuild it. Or make the hard decision to walk away if that trust can't be restored. Love advice. Relationships take work. If you're always in the dark, if you're constantly feeling like something's hidden from you, ask yourself why you're settling for less. Dating tips. Never let yourself be in a relationship where trust isn't mutual. Secrecy always leads to doubt, and doubt is the enemy of love. If you recognize these signs in your relationship, it's time to take action. Trust is the foundation of love, and secrecy only weakens it. Don't let doubt undermine your connection. If you find this valuable, comment below, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Don't forget to subscribe for more relationship wisdom. Comment to remember. Trust is the foundation of love. Never let secrecy destroy it. 8. She doesn't defend you. In any healthy relationship, mutual respect and support are non-negotiable. When things get tough or when people criticize or mistreat you, someone who truly loves you will step up, defend you, and make it clear that they are on your side. This is an absolute requirement for a strong, loving partnership. But if she doesn't defend you, if in fact she sides with others when they tear you down, this is a massive red flag. It reveals a deep lack of respect and loyalty in the relationship. Love, in its truest form, requires both partners to be each other's protectors, to have each other's backs no matter what. It's about showing up for each other during hard times, especially when facing criticism or judgment from outside forces. So, when she doesn't stand by you, or worse, agrees with the negative things others say about you, it signals that she's emotionally detached, possibly even disengaged from the relationship. A loving partner will fight to protect you, not just from external threats, but also from the harmful effects of being put down or disrespected. Consider a scenario where you're at a family gathering or hanging out with friends. Someone cracks a snide, hurtful joke about you. In a healthy, loving relationship, your partner would immediately step in, even if it's uncomfortable. She might call out the behavior, defend your honor, or simply make it clear that it's not okay to treat you that way. But if she stays silent or, even worse, laughs along with the joke, that's a direct betrayal. It shows a profound lack of loyalty and emotional investment. This kind of response, or lack thereof, can leave you feeling isolated, unsupported, and deeply hurt. You're left wondering where you stand in the relationship and why she doesn't seem to care about protecting you, your feelings, or the bond you share. You must recognize this behavior for what it is. A partner who doesn't defend you is not someone who values the relationship or you as a person. Loyalty is one of the cornerstones of love psychology. Without it, the foundation of your connection begins to crumble. A loving relationship isn't about perfection, it's about support, standing up for each other, and making it clear that you're a team. Don't ignore this. Be clear with yourself and with her. In a relationship, defense and loyalty are vital. If she's not willing to defend you, then she's not respecting you. She's not showing the kind of emotional investment that should come naturally with love. That is a serious problem. You deserve a partner who will stand by you, no matter the circumstances. And until you find that, don't settle for less. Attract women, love psychology, and relationship goals don't just revolve around the good times. They also thrive on how you navigate through the tough moments together. A partner who defends you, who shows up when things go south, that's the kind of emotional investment you need to build a lasting and meaningful relationship. 9. She stops making effort. In the early stages of a relationship, everything feels new and exciting. She would surprise you with thoughtful gestures, plan spontaneous dates, and always keep the romance alive. But now, as time goes on, you notice something that you can't ignore. She's stopped trying. The once enthusiastic efforts to make you feel valued and special have faded. It's as if the relationship has lost its spark, and you're the only one holding on to it. This shift isn't just subtle, it's a glaring red flag. A loving partner never takes the relationship for granted. They continually work to nurture the connection, whether it's through small gestures or more profound acts of kindness. You might think that over time, effort should naturally evolve as people become more comfortable with each other. But love doesn't thrive on comfort zones alone. It thrives on constant, active investment. If she stopped putting in the effort, it may indicate a deeper shift. Perhaps her feelings have changed or she's become emotionally distant. She's no longer showing the interest, energy, or commitment that once made you feel special. This neglect of effort isn't just about forgetting to send a text here and there, it's about the emotional detachment that creeps in over time. In modern Stoic thinking, one of the key teachings is the practice of intentional action, whether through love or life in general. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. You must realize that when you encounter such behavior, it's not just a small hiccup in your relationship, it's a wake-up call to what's happening beneath the surface. Don't ignore it. This lack of effort will inevitably lead to emotional neglect, which can cause one partner to feel overlooked and unappreciated. When this happens, the relationship turns into something that no longer feels mutual. You're left constantly wondering why she doesn't make the effort to show you she cares. When you try to plan something exciting or fun, she reacts with indifference. Or worse, no reaction at all. This isn't just a bad day, this is a clear message. You're no longer a priority. And that hurts. Think back to when you first started dating. You received sweet texts, spontaneous gifts, and she always made time for you. But now it's rare for her to even suggest doing something fun together. When you ask to spend time with her, she seems uninterested, or worse, indifferent. You can't be the only one putting in effort. As a modern Stoic, you know that respect for yourself and your relationship requires a balanced, mutual investment. One sided effort leads to one sided love. In Stoic philosophy, emotional resilience is critical, and so is understanding when to walk away from a relationship that no longer serves your well being. In life, just as in love, we must be proactive. This lack of effort is a clear sign that something has shifted. Your focus must remain on your own growth and emotional health. Don't settle for less than you deserve. The effort she gives reflects her level of engagement and commitment. If she stopped trying, it's time for you to assess your next steps because no relationship can thrive without consistent mutual effort. Remember, love, like all things of value, requires ongoing effort. The lack of it is a sign that something needs to change. Don't let complacency define your relationship. Instead, take charge, channel the energy of a Stoic, and reclaim your emotional well being. Hey there, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has given you some valuable insights into recognizing the signs of love that's no longer there. It's not always easy to see the truth, but understanding these behaviors can really help you make the right decisions for your happiness. Remember, you deserve someone who values, respects, and loves you deeply. Don't settle for anything less than a love that truly honors you. If you've noticed any of these signs in your relationship, it might be time to reflect on whether it's worth continuing. Don't ignore your own needs and worth. I'd love to hear your thoughts, comment below, and share your experience with these signs. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more psychology tips and relationship advice. Stay strong and always remember, you deserve a love that cherishes you.